Is it a done deal?
I have my uncertainties about whether this will get ratified or not.
Teachers in the province have an agreement, but teachers have to vote on it. A single mom and her 2-year-old daughter killed in a crash.
It doesn't really feel real. It's really hard.
As money is being raised for 2 surviving children. And the pitch.
When you see it, you'll see we ended up telling the story about Canadian women's soccer.
The documentary that explores how history was made in women's sports.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. A tentative agreement has been reached between the Alberta government and the province's teachers union. Terry Fikowski is live on this development. So Terry, what happens next?
Well, Ian, now it's up to the teachers to vote on this agreement, which could avoid a strike at schools across the province in just under 2 weeks' time. The Alberta Teachers Association and the finance minister announced a proposed deal this morning, but they aren't sharing many details about that tentative agreement. The ATA only saying it addresses salary and classroom complexity issues, including the hiring of an additional 3,000 staff over 3 years. But a copy obtained by the Canadian Press shows it varies little from the government's standing offer, including the same salary increase of 12% over 4 years. One change is the province will cover COVID-19 vaccines for teachers, with most Albertans having to pay $100 for it this year. But teachers previously rejected a similar proposal back in May and have threatened to walk off the job on October 6th if a deal isn't reached.
I don't think there's going to be that kind of language in this deal. I suspect we may see a slight sweetener on the money aspect, and obviously, some other smaller issues like the COVID shots and that kind of thing, which tells me that it won't be all that dissimilar than the one in May, which is why I have my uncertainties about whether this will get ratified or not.
The teachers will vote on the tentative agreement between Saturday and Monday. If they agree to it, a strike is averted. If they don't, the strike will go ahead on October 6th, unless, of course, another deal can be presented and voted on before then, which, of course, could be tight. Now, Ian, the Calgary Board of Education says it's business as usual at schools as it awaits the results of this vote.
Lots of people waiting for it, too. Thanks very much, Terry. It is day 4 of the search for 5-year-old Darius McDougall in the Crow's Nest Pass. Darius was hiking with his 6 siblings when he became separated Sunday morning. The Crow's Nest Lake Bible Camp has reopened after the summer season to provide accommodations for search and rescue teams. The Salvation Army is providing meals. Crews continue to search in the air and on the ground. Hannah mom and her 2-year-old daughter are being remembered after a fiery crash killed them east of Calgary last week. 36-year-old Amanda Coleman and her 2-year-old daughter Brooklyn were killed after their pickup truck collided with a semi on Highway 9 at Highway 566 1 week ago. Coleman's 2 sons, Caden and Declan, aged 10 and 6, were injured but survived. Coleman was a single mom working 2 jobs. Her friend, Kaylee Elliott, babysat Brooklyn. They were coming home from BC before the crash.
I was calling her. I was like, are you coming back? Because I really miss Brooklyn. Yeah. And so she had said, yeah, well, I'll probably be back on Thursday, but I'll keep Brooklyn home because she'll probably be tired from the drive. And we'll be there on Friday. And then, yeah, it just doesn't really feel real. It's really hard.
A GoFundMe campaign has raised more than $11,000 for the 2 surviving children. A woman who was badly injured after tripping on an uneven sidewalk says she's been denied medical compensation from the city of Calgary. 62-year-old Ingrid Norman fell over an elevated crack while walking in Chaparral Valley last month. Norman says her glasses lacerated her eye. She had leg and arm injuries and was knocked unconscious. Quotes for treatment and to replace her glasses total about $1,400. But a representative from Calgary's legal department argues city crews weren't previously aware of the crack, so there is no negligence. That means Norman, who is low income, has been denied financial help.
I'm still in need. There's no programs. There's no opportunity for physiotherapy. Like nothing. And I don't have the funds to provide for my glasses. I can barely afford groceries.
The crack has since been repaired, but Norman says she's currently too nervous to go walking alone. A bridge over the Bow River now bears the name of a Calgary soldier who died in Afghanistan. Corporal Nathan Hornberg was killed in combat on this day in 2007. The 24-year-old was a reservist with the King's Own Calgary Regiment. This morning, the bridge on Stony Trail Northwest, crossing the Bow, was formally named after him.
Naming this bridge after Corporal Nathan Hornberg not only recognizes his sacrifice, but the sacrifice of all 158 Canadians who died in Afghanistan, and thousands more who were wounded or forever changed by their experiences.
Several members of Hornberg's family were on hand for the unveiling. Danielle joins us from the Alberta Cancer Foundation Lottery Dream Villa with a peek at the weather. I really noticed early this morning it was cooling off.
Yeah, it was. Today is certainly a cooler day in comparison to yesterday. It's a huge temperature difference of about 10 degrees. So yes, a cool off today. We'll bounce back up tomorrow. But for now, yeah, we're remaining cool and a little breezy at times. So it's cooler thanks to these winds out of the north that we've been having. Okay, let's talk temperature. We're sitting at 16 degrees right now. The winds have been predominantly out of the north and northwest for today. And that's why our temperatures haven't really been able to climb very high. But we have had a good amount of sunshine out there for today. All right, when we look at this evening, we're looking at gusts around 40 kilometers per hour for the next couple of hours, and things will quiet down for the night. Look at that overnight low, though, just 5 degrees. So yes, it's that time of year where it gets pretty chilly overnight, and that means a chilly start to the day. Just 7 degrees when off to work and school at 8 a.m. But tomorrow afternoon, a high of 25. That's your 24-hour forecast brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen, where you can win your ride. See dealer for details or visit 5thavvw.com.
Thanks, Danielle. As parents, they all have something in common. Their kids have dealt with cancer. Just ahead, the families that are encouraging all of us to make life-saving blood donations. And an uncertain future for an inner-city building that's brought the community together for decades. Also, if you have a news tip, text us 10400. The clock is ticking on a hub in the Beltline used by 65 community agencies.
Save the old Y! Save the old Y!
Members of the Save the Old Y Coalition gathered outside the Arusha Centre along 12th Avenue Southwest. The centre houses cultural, climate, arts, sexuality, and other advocacy groups. The groups must leave by September 30th. The city had a lease with the nonprofit Community Wise Resources Centre, which has now left the building. Last week, the city called for expressions of interest for a tenant who can work with the city to preserve the heritage building and maintain a space, in their words, for community to thrive.
I appreciate that they want to keep it a community hub, but that's my understanding of what the building is now. It's a community hub, and we want to stay while that expression of interest process happens and while a new lease is made.
The city says current subtenants must move out since there's no lease agreement between the two parties. Staff from WestJet are hoping to haul in some help for people in medical need.
Let's go cruising for our cause!
They did it by hauling a 30,000-kilogram aircraft across a 100-meter tow line. The Haul for Hope fundraiser is in support of Hope Air, a charity that helps offset the cost of medical travel. It provides free flights, accommodations, airport ground transportation, and meal vouchers for families and individuals. And $56,000 was raised today. Danielle, you're in that beautiful new home that is up for a very important charity. Are you getting a little home envy right now?
Yeah, and the other thing is while I love spending time with you in the studio, Ian, we're standing actually right near a ping pong table, which is a lot of fun. So it's a beautiful home. Yeah, we're enjoying our time here, absolutely. And I'm joined by Ashley Tyler with the Alberta Cancer Foundation. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for being here.
All right, so one big thing to clarify for all your supporters over the years, what is the name of this lottery?
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Okay.
So many will remember us as the Cash and Cards Lottery for the past 25 years. We're changing the gears a little bit this year.
Good one.
And we're now the Alberta Cancer Foundation Lottery. So quickly identifying our cause and mission, being part of the Alberta Cancer Foundation.
Okay, I like that. All right, so let's talk about one. We have the early bird deadline is tomorrow midnight. So what can you win with that?
Yes, the early bird prize is amazing. It's a BMW M4 convertible.
Ooh.
It's very rare in Alberta. I think there's only about 4. Or you can take $125,000 cash. So get your tickets in by tomorrow at midnight.
Okay, we're in a beautiful, stunning home in West Springs. So can you talk a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, this is an incredible prize to win. So once you enter tomorrow for the early bird, you're eligible for over 1,000 other prizes, including this grand prize home, one of 3 multi-million-dollar choices. It's our largest grand prize ever in the history of the lottery. It's worth $2.8 million. It's built by Truman Homes. It's extraordinary. It's 2-floor penthouse in West Springs.
Wow.
We're currently just on the 2nd level. Behind us is the wraparound patio with the most beautiful view of the mountains. Which is
we're really enjoying that.
Yeah,
it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so and proceeds, where do they go? What cause does this help?
Yeah, so the Alberta Cancer Foundation their mission is to bring more moments for Albertans facing cancer. 1 in 2 will unfortunately face the diagnosis in their lifetime, and the funds from the lottery directly impact those facing cancer, including 2 primary opportunities, which is the Patient Financial Assistance Program. We help at least 600 people a year with their financial burdens through their cancer journey. And then the other is clinical trials. So at any given time, there's about 200 clinical trials specifically for cancer that we fund, giving those who have no other options an opportunity to have some hope. And through that experience, we hope to elevate the standard of care and give those who are facing cancer in 1, 5, 10 years that opportunity to maybe have a different outcome.
Oh my goodness. Well, so you can win amazing things, but also people have to get their tickets before midnight tomorrow. All right. Now that you know more about this and why I'm here at this stunning home, let's talk a little bit about the weather, because that is also stunning. We're just not quite as warm today. Okay, let's talk about temperatures, because at this time we were in those high 20s at this time yesterday, and now we're sitting at 16. So it's about a 10-degree temperature difference yesterday compared to today. If you like the warmer temperatures, that's okay, because we're going to get back to that for tomorrow. Calgary, we have a jet stream that's getting pretty close to us. That's why it's been a little breezy. That's why we've had some clouds here and there, but that jet stream is going to bounce back up. This is a look at tomorrow. You can see the clouds all the way up to the north again. The clouds following along the jet stream, so is that moisture. Tomorrow will be another stunning day, lots of sunshine and a lot warmer. We've had winds out of the north today, and it's been a little gusty at times, and that's keeping the temperatures down for today, but they'll be out of the south and out of the west for tomorrow. Let's fast forward to Friday, and on Friday in the morning hours, we have a chance of some showers. Smaller chance in the city, but you could see a little sprinkle. And then we'll certainly see some cloud cover, and then the temperatures will take a dive again by Friday. Not significantly, but you'll definitely notice a difference compared to the 25 that we get tomorrow, for example. Okay, looking at that longer range forecast, a whole lot of sunshine tomorrow, 25 degrees, and then 19 for Friday, more cloud cover and a chance of showers. For Saturday and Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud, temperatures around that 20 mark.
September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and some parents are marking the day with blood donations. These families are paying tribute to the bravery of their kids as they face their cancer diagnoses. They're also thanking everyone who donates blood or plasma. Every year, about 1,000 Canadian children under the age of 15 are diagnosed with cancer. Over 86% survive thanks to treatment and donations of blood and money. For more information on donations, log on to blood.ca. His reporting had an enormous impact around the world. Still ahead, former foreign correspondent Brian Stewart on the famine in Ethiopia and Live Aid. Canada's telecom companies could soon face some new competition. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with the Popwich-Carmally Advisory Group. And Rob, Elon Musk's company Starlink could disrupt cell phone providers here.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting one that is just kind of coming to the headlines here in its infancy. But Elon's, Starlink under SpaceX is launching or hoping to launch 15,000 new satellites into low Earth orbit. And this is going to be able to go satellite direct to mobile customers. They're not going to have to go through these customer bases like they have previously, and like they are doing now with partnerships with Rogers and potential other customers here in Canada. That's more for the remote connectivity that they're looking for. This new system of satellites to be able to go direct to, and so this could be competition moving forward. This is not going to happen overnight. Obviously, it takes a couple years to launch 15,000 satellites and to get the spectrum, the FCC, and the Canadian content in place. There has to be a lot of things in place, but hey, for telecom companies that are putting in expensive fiber optic in the ground, they are going to start to look at different strategies for sure.
Meantime, there's another front in the trade war with the U.S. mushrooms.
Yeah, this is a really interesting one. We're usually talking about commodities or steel or the other things, and this one is now on mushrooms. And there's a major trade imbalance between Canada and U.S. on mushrooms that I did not realize how big it was. We import about 14 million of mushrooms into Canada. We export 460 million into the U.S. And now they're saying, hey, wait a second, you guys are selling these to us so cheap that we can't compete with that. So that was where this trade imbalance comes from, and they've launched an investigation with the U.S. International Trade Commission to say, hey, are they anti-dumping or is there subsidies going on here? And so they're looking into that. And for the Canadian industry, they're saying, hey, we've just put a lot more money into technology, and we have better quality mushrooms. So you don't have to look too much into this. But the U.S. and obviously Trump's topic of du jour are looking into this today.
I had no idea. I guess I was in the dark on this one. Robert, thanks very much.
Yeah, you too.
Great Western is out, and Molson Coors products are in at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. Flames ownership has announced a new beer partnership. Molson Canadian is now the official beer of the Flames, replacing Original 16. Draft and cans of Coors Light, Coors Original, and Blue Moon are now available throughout the arena. Dutton's Canadian Lounge is being renamed as Molson Hockey House at Dutton's. The province and the teachers union have a tentative contract agreement. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. The big question is, will teachers accept the deal when they vote? We'll have the latest on what we know is in the deal and how it may not be good enough. Also ahead, a Canmore family is making every moment count with their 6-year-old son as he battles a progressive genetic disorder with no cure. That story's still to come. Ian.
Thanks, Tara. 40 years ago, Live Aid brought the world together. The concert provided relief for victims of famine in Ethiopia. But Live Aid might not have happened without the journalism of the CBC's Brian Stewart. Stewart tells that story and others in his memoir, On the Ground, My Life as a Foreign Correspondent. And joining us from Toronto is Brian Stewart. Wonderful to see you.
Nice to be here. Enjoy it.
When you first reported on the famine in Ethiopia in late 1984, how quickly did you realize that your reporting had this enormous impact around the world?
Well, when we finally got the first report, which arrived in Canada November 1st, 1984, I was exhausted. We were all totally exhausted because we've been in the field for 3 or 4 days. And I got a call from Peter Mansbridge, the anchor then, who said, "You have no idea what impact this is going to have. We have people weeping in the studio here. This is going to follow you for the rest of your life." And we began to hear, we were in Ethiopia for many, many, many weeks, out of touch with the outside world a lot of times. But we began to hear about this extraordinary reaction sweeping across Canada, and the partnership between the government then of Brian Mulroney and the Canadian people.
And when you look at the snowball effect, it led to Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? It led to charity songs in Canada and in the U.S. And, of course, the next summer there was Live Aid. And there's a moment where David Bowie was on stage and he introduced this video that you and your colleagues had put together. Tell us about the impact at that moment of that video.
Well, at that point, Geldof was complaining a lot that they weren't getting enough money pouring into this biggest charity concert of all time. They played this video that had been put together by CBC editor Colin Dean, which ended on the face of Burhan Waldou, well, I get to later, but these children, the starving children, the mothers, the misery of it. It only ran about 2 minutes, I think, but it just melted the phone lines.
To see my extended interview with Brian Stewart, visit ctvnews.ca/Calgary. A little bit cooler today, but we will bounce back tomorrow. Right now in Calgary, partly cloudy and 16. Danielle has details just ahead. So Danielle, tomorrow we're going to go to one last high point on the roller coaster before it levels off yet again.
Yep. Enjoy all of that, because then we're going to be in those high teens or lower 20s for the next 10 days after that. We'd be hard-pressed to get another 27 daytime high that we had yesterday, and it's certainly not 27 today. 16 degrees was the high today. It's our current temperature, our daytime high. Quickly looking at the next 3 days, 25 for tomorrow with sunshine, 19 for Friday, 20 for Saturday, Ian.
Thank you, Danielle. The red carpet lit up at the Grand Theatre last night for an Alberta premiere at the Calgary International Film Festival. The documentary, The Pitch, explores the challenges behind launching Canada's first women's professional soccer league, with Canadian Olympic soccer medalist Diana Matheson front and center. The documentary makers followed Matheson over several years as she spearheaded the effort and attracted investors.
When you see it, you'll see we ended up telling the story about Canadian women's soccer, and that speaks to the journey of women's sport. It speaks to the journey of so many women in this country, so I think a lot of people are going to take a lot from it.
After decades of bringing in awards and making soccer part of the Canadian landscape, no one was taking them seriously and not giving them a pro league. So they've decided, should have been their federation, should have been their corporation. So instead it was these players themselves who decided to take things matters into their own hands.
To see this film, to showcase the league, to showcase how long and how much work went into building this, and all the people that came before, it's gonna be great.
Calgary Wild FC is one of 6 teams established for the Northern Super League's inaugural season, which is underway now. Thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.